This episode is brought to you by Off-Axis Paint. From custom painted helmets to replica helmets to visors, t-shirts, hoodies, and more, visit shopoffaxis.com and use promo code RACEREADY10 for 10% off at checkout. One more time, that's shopoffaxis.com and use promo code RACEREADY10 for 10% off all apparel. Now enjoy this week's episode of the Race Ready Media Podcast.
Race fans, are you ready? You wanted the best, you've got them four abreast. The greatest show on dirt, the World of Outlaw Sprint Car Series.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to this week's episode of the Race Ready Media Podcast. This episode, of course, is brought to you by Off-Axis Paint, as you can see by the hat, the shirt. Dev, I think you've got your hoodie on, and Weston, I apologize. Your stuff is still at my house. My bad. I will bring it to you. But let's just get right into it, guys. Let me introduce you. Dev, what's going on, buddy? How was your week?
Oh, it's not too bad. It's kind of a shit week. It's kind of cold again and rainy, so hopefully we can get some warm weather and it stay for more than a day or two.
Yeah, I mean, it's been gloomy as hell today, and we're supposed to get, Weston, I think you got, like, tornado warnings around your area, so. Oh,
no.
Whatever. But, Weston, how have you been this week,
I was watching
buddy?
them. I was watching them, but, we
Okay.
didn't have anything.
Okay, well, regardless.
I was amateur storm chasing.
Okay, that's
per
fine.
se.
That's fine. I like
Yeah.
that. I mean, that's what you do down in the Midwest, right?
Yeah, that's what we do.
Exactly. So,
I wake up and I do this, just like I do
Exactly.
this podcast.
I mean, we kind of do this podcast. I don't know if we really do
We do
it.
this.
Okay,
We
we
do
do
this.
this.
We do this.
We do this. But I want to call back to last week's episode. Just another huge thank to Greg again for coming on last week, taking time
Hi,
out of
Greg.
his day. Yes, hi Greg, hi Tanner as
Hi,
well.
Tanner.
Appreciate you guys. Tanner's one that sent us all this merch. Really nice. Love it. But yeah, boys.
You're holding
let's-
mine hostage.
Yes, I'm holding Weston's hostage. I apologize, but it is what it is. But yeah, let's just jump right into the episode, guys. Lots to talk about, lots of racing that went on last weekend or so. What do you guys want to start with? You want to start with the nice F1 race that they had over in Saudi?
You mean the one where they were like right next to a place that got hit by a missile?
Yes.
Yeah, how about that? Like they were considering just canceling the whole race and stuff, and all the teams and drivers were like, no, like the hell with that. We're gonna race. We're here and
Yeah.
let's go with it. So
So
Yeah.
apparently, like the place that got hit by a missile was like a building that was like one of like the presenting sponsors for the race. So like it was an Aramco, I think, however you say that name. It was like one of their like places that got hit by said missile.
But what?
So,
Where'd the missile come from?
Russia? No? Right?
No, I don't think so. I don't watch enough Fox News.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't
whatever.
either. But
Whatever. But
Anyway, they were near a missile attack. So that
that
wasn't cool.
That was something. Yeah.
Yeah. So and speaking of things that broke, Mick Schumacher absolutely destroyed a car.
Yeah, and I heard that's gonna cost the team like a metric
$1 million.
shit ton of $1 million. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
$1 million.
tough.
but
Or
like
whatever it is in their weird British money, pounds, however they do it.
Pounds or euros
well,
or
so
something.
but that's an American
Yeah.
team, so wouldn't it still just be 1 mil US?
Wait, Haas is an American team?
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Gene
that.
Haas owns the team.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Well, duh.
Uh,
Duh. Okay, well,
But,
yeah. So I guess,
mean, like
it costs a lot of money because he crashed. Yeah.
yeah,
just
it
leave
costs
at
a lot of money. We'll leave it at that.
Well,
you
I
know,
mean, like,
whatever.
in terms of like Formula One teams' budgets, like is $1 million really that? I mean, I get Haas is a bottom tier team, so it might be a lot, but I mean, is it really enough, or is it just like it's 1
think a
mil?
mil-
So it's
think $1
like,
million-
holy shit.
$1 million to Gene Haas really isn't that big of a deal. I mean, he owns Haas.
True.
I mean, that's not in. I mean, his machines are literally in every NASCAR shop and are in
True.
probably every F1 shop. So, I mean, they're going to be fine. Yeah, it's not a good thing that Mick crashed the car and it split in two, but I mean, it's not going to be a big deal. And Haas has been fast all year too.
I mean,
Which is a
yeah,
surprise.
Well, I mean, Magnussen,
I
he's
can't-
been on rails all since he came back, so that's pretty good. K-Mag.
Good for K-Mag and hopefully Mick doesn't destroy a car in Australia.
Yeah, let's not do that.
Okay, so the
Well,
race, and speaking of qualifying, Lewis was out in P1. That makes me happy. Or
um,
Q1, sorry, not P1.
Q1, but
When was the last
Mercedes.
time that happened?
It's been a
Has it
while.
ever?
It was 2018, I think, something like that. But like the last time it was like not, it was like on speed was like 2011, like where he just like wasn't fast enough. So like the last time he wasn't like didn't make it at Q1 was like 2018, but that was like penalty induced. But like the last time like he didn't make it off of like course speed, it was like 2011 or something. Whenever he was with McLaren,
That's
if I
insane.
remember right. Yeah. But I mean, that just goes to show you that it's been the car. It's not Lewis.
I mean, yeah, like, but Mercedes speaks for itself, though. They've got fast cars all the time.
And
I mean,
yeah,
that
that's
showed
true.
that showed in the race, though, too. I mean, Lewis. Granted, Lewis is a good driver. I mean, he drove through the field.
He got up to
Oh,
10th.
yeah.
That's not really driving through the field.
Is that where he finished? Was 10th?
Yeah,
He finished
Oh
10th.
yeah, because he was on. Because
he
his
finished
tires.
so he finished so low he didn't even know he got points.
He didn't know that 10th place paid a point,
Yeah.
a single
He-
point.
Well,
He queued up and he's like, "Did we even get any points?" And they're like, "Yeah, we got a point."
he got 8 points.
I don't feel bad for him.
Well, so what's that
I
gonna
do. I
what's,
drafted him, dude. Like,
what's that gonna do?
Well, that's your problem.
What's that gonna do for the constructor race, though?
It's going to be Ferrari and Red Bull is what it's going to be.
Think so?
As of
right now,
even
anyway.
even after Red Bull
So
got no points on the first weekend.
that's what
Well,
I'm
Red Bull
saying.
Red Bull came back and had a good weekend.
Yeah, but so did Ferrari.
They had a 2-3, and then Red Bull had 1-4.
Yeah. I mean, Ferrari's going to run into bad luck. So it's still too early.
It's still
yeah.
long season, but man, when you can't really have too many weekends where you don't score any points, especially when both drivers don't score any points. So
yeah,
Right. And that's rare for a top team like that. So
yeah, for sure.
Something will happen to Red Bull or Ferrari, and I don't know. It's going to be a Red Bull Ferrari race. Mercedes right now, knee-jerk reaction just does not have the pace to keep up with those two.
And I think I saw that somewhere that they were Lewis or Toto was saying that Mercedes is going to be struggling for just probably for a while here. Just they haven't really seemed to have gotten a grasp over the new cars yet. So, which is very shocking because their budget is so huge from constantly winning the constructor points that they can't just figure it out right now.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. It's just nice. It's nice, at least for a new F1 fan, after seeing all these like points, or the championships by Mercedes, and this, that, and the other. It's nice to see like Ferrari up there. Like last year, like after watching like Drive to Survive and stuff, I was like, dude, Ferrari. Like I would always thought Ferrari was good, and then they were good last year, but weren't like top tier. Now they're like 2 races in, they've got two races where they've been had both drivers top 3 at podium.
Well, Charles has always been that guy. He just needed a good car underneath him.
Fair.
So I was kind of wondering, like, how long do you think he can perform at the pace he's been? Because after Saudi Arabia, he was gassed. I mean, and I get it's still early in the year, so driver fatigue is going to play a pretty big factor where they're kind of coming off the off season where they might have been a little bit lazy. But I mean, he was gassed, and you could tell he has not raced this hard and probably in his entire career, where he's finally got to push Max to Max's capabilities of drive, where it's just balls to the wall every single lap. And I wonder how long can he actually push the pace for that, like as hard as Max does, and maybe it'll cause him to make some mistakes here, and maybe he gets some DNFs, or he just kind of starts slipping down through the field.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Ferrari cars are just really good right now. So
well, and they also said this is like one of the fastest street circuits that F1's ever been to.
Yeah,
so that could play a factor into it too. So, but again, it's right now. It's just knee-jerk reactions. We're 2 races in. Let's get to like the summer break or something like that, and we'll kind of. I think we'll have a better idea by then. Before
we get keep going on this, I just thought it was really crazy. So as casual F1 fan right now. I mean, turning into a hardcore fan. When they were talking about Hulkenberg, when he got up to like ninth or something, because he stayed out on a pit or something, I don't know, got up to ninth, and he was like queuing up, complaining about his neck and stuff like that. I didn't realize how many G's like those cars like carried. Like that was just crazy to me. Like I've never heard like a sprint car guy or something like that complain about my neck, but like I guess with all those like hairpin turns and shit like that, it's gonna happen. So I mean, I just thought it just caught me off guard.
They do a lot of like neck exercises and stuff like that. I'll send
you
a
a
picture of it later.
Is that like where they like tie the band around
Yeah,
their
they-
head and they
They
like
put
Yeah.
yep.
yeah, okay. So I've seen stuff like that. But like I just thought it was crazy like that played a factor into like the driving. Like I mean, as coming off dirt, I just don't see stuff like that, but like it just caught me off guard, and I was like, damn, okay. So like that's
But I mean,
real.
you gotta think about it. Like in dirt, we have those huge, massive right side
True.
headrest that basically sits right here,
True.
to where like your head kind of
Can't
like
I mean,
it could fall
can,
over and get fatigued, but it's not like it's not hanging out the car.
Whereas
Or,
these guys are like straight up and down, and they're fucking moving their
yeah,
necks with
they
every
don't.
turn,
They've
stuff like
got
that.
quite a bit of movement. I mean, it's not a lot, but it's more than
more
what we
than-
get
yeah.
in the sprint
Yeah.
car seat.
But regardless, I mean that move that Max made on the final lap, that was nice. When him and Leclerc were battling like the lap before, and he pulled the move off, and then Leclerc used DRS to get back in front of him on the last straightaway, or like on the final straightaway, and then he like learned from that. It just shows you how smart of a driver Max is. He learned from that, didn't give that up, or like followed him in instead, and then used DRS to pass him or whatever. It was a couple laps before the checker, but it just shows you how smart of a driver that Max is, because he saw what happened, learned from his mistake, and then was like, okay, well, I'm just going to use this, and then beat him into turn one.
Hunter, as a casual, do you know what DRS stands for?
Drag reduction system.
Hey, there you go.
Basically, it's drag.
Well, it's
yeah.
where the wing opens, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I caught that. Somewhat.
Attaboy.
Yes, I'm learning.
You're paying attention. Good job.
Yes, I am.
Gold star.
Yes, I
When can
watch
you
every
use
one of that
it?
race.
When can you use it?
Well, it has to be activated first. You can't use it on like the first few laps,
Wait.
isn't it? It has to be,
Correct. Yeah, he's right. He's right.
I mean, yeah,
But
and
wait,
but you can only use it on
but wait.
straightaways too.
And I'm talking about like at what point?
I don't know.
So
you
like
have to be within 1 second of the
Yeah.
car in
Oh,
front
the
of
car
you.
in front of you. Okay.
And there's usually 3 DRS zones, and they're usually straightaways.
Okay. Well,
well,
so
it's two typically, but there's some circuits that have 3.
why do
Yeah.
you have to be a second behind that car?
Because
you
you
can't
work-
just be
you-
like 10 seconds and be like, screw it.
It's kind of like a reward for like racing your way up there to behind
Oh,
them.
okay. So if you're 10 seconds behind, you activate DRS. Could you catch up pretty easy?
No,
Yeah,
it doesn't
'cause it-
activate.
Well, no, I'm just saying like if they were able to.
Oh, well, yeah, you could.
I just
Yeah,
didn't,
'cause
I didn't
you-
know how much
you
of a factor that
gain-
was.
What is it? 16 mile an hour or something
Mhm.
stupid like that.
Damn.
Something ridiculous.
So
Yeah.
that's why
Yeah.
they're able to make those passes on those straightaways.
Yes.
I mean, it's kind of hard to pass on corners regardless. I mean, sometimes you can, but like it's a lot of it's done on straightaways, I realize. So
Mhm.
because you got the guys that follow you in and then they'll cut out and go around, but
Yes.
yeah, I
All right.
mean, it's fun.
Formula One.
I love watching Formula One. It's probably my favorite thing to watch right now, and I hate that it's only on Sundays and I have to wake up at 6 a.m. every Sunday to watch it, but you're damn I promise
We didn't
you
wake up at 6 a.m. this last time.
Okay, whatever.
Yeah,
you
it
know
was
what I
at
mean.
noon.
Well, I
It was
still
at
woke up at
noon.
like 8 o'clock. It doesn't matter. Like my body clock is screwed up, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So their next race is in Australia.
in Australia, yeah, that's gonna be tough.
That's a 6 a.m.er. That's a 6
Yeah.
a.m.er.
That's
Do we-
like a 4:30 a.m.er.
Oh, really?
We,
Woohoo!
I'll check, but
Wait, when is that Australian race?
2 weeks.
April
2
10th.
weeks.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's Danny Rick's home
Grand Prix.
Prix.
That's the first time
Do
they're
we-
gonna be there since 2020.
Yeah, McLaren.
Do we think he puts it on for McLaren and scores points? I mean, I know
No.
Lando finally got some, but
Lando got points, but I don't know why, but Danny Rick has just been kind of underwhelming this year, and it sucks because I love Danny Rick, but it's just been off the pace, really.
He's not going to because he just does not run well in Australia for some reason. He always has bad luck there.
Where'd he win at last year?
Italy?
Ooh,
Was it Italy?
I think so.
yeah, I'm pretty
Monza.
sure.
Monza.
Yeah,
Okay. Oh
Monza.
yeah. You're right. You're right.
Because him and Lando finished 1-2. They were the only
right.
team last year to finish 1-2.
Really?
Yeah.
Go McLaren. Woohoo. But
All right. Well,
it's funny.
anyway.
It's funny though. Hold on. Before we do anything, just side note. I've been for whatever reason, a video popped up on YouTube of Lando Norris playing like the F1 like simulator or like playing F1 21, and watching him try and play that versus like actually driving the car. It's freaking hilarious because
there was
it's so funny.
there was one. It was during quarantine, and Charles Leclerc was streaming, and he put on a banana costume. I'll send that picture to you.
Well, did you? Here, we'll throw it right down there.
We'll throw it in the pod. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll throw it right down there. And before we do anything, throwing it right down there, I just give a shout out to our new editor, Rose. You know, clap it up for him. Finally got him on the pod. Appreciate him coming on. Yes, appreciate you. So
The budget allows us to have a producer.
Yes, the budget allows us to have a producer. But yeah, shout out
We
to
get
him.
one off-axis sponsorship, and we have a producer.
Yes, there you go.
That's all it takes.
So yeah, Rose, throw that picture there. But yeah, no, I saw it was like a I think I sent you guys on TikTok or whatever. It was the reacting the F1 memes, or like the drivers reacting to F1 memes, and it was the one where Leclerc he hit the wall and he goes, "What's that flashback remind you of?" And there, flashback to I'm so stupid or whatever he said. I thought that was hilarious because he hit the same corner. It was funny, but yeah.
All right. Well, speaking of off-axis, Supercross and
yes, Supercross.
So 250s, basically same story, just different guy. Hunter Lawrence, just Jet's brother, won 250.
Well, do you think he would have won
if Craig didn't get ran over? No.
I was say Craig was. Who was he? The gas guy. I forgot his name.
I can't remember.
But dude,
it's Wednesday. I've done some stuff since Saturday night.
Dude lost the lead to Hunter, and then freaking gets blown by Hunter.
I don't know why everyone just likes to run into him.
Or by Craig.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, but
they were in Seattle, by the way.
They were in Seattle.
I mean,
expert podcasting going on here.
Yes.
Well,
yes, because West Coast 250s are back. You made sure to remind us.
They were worried about the weather because it was raining during qualifying, so they were thinking.
They were thinking it was going to be like a muddy mess, like it was a couple years ago with Chad Reed, off-axis guy.
Off-axis guy, Chad Reed.
Yeah. But yeah, it was really ruddy, apparently. So I mean, it was a weird track. Seattle's just not a fan.
I didn't watch, man. I've been trying to get into it, and I gotta go in person to really.
We know.
Which, speaking of in person, back to F1, I'm going to Vegas to watch that.
Well,
I'm booking the trip.
Have fun dropping about $1,500 on one ticket.
I would love to, though. That'd be awesome. But
anyway, would die in Vegas.
I would die in Vegas?
I'd make sure of it.
Why would I die in Vegas?
We'd lose you, like Doug.
I've been there 5 times, 5 separate years.
Okay, big dog.
I'm just saying, like.
How old were you whenever you went those times?
16, 17, 18, 19, and 20.
Well, then there you go. So you can't Vegas properly. Yeah.
No, yeah, I was there for hockey anyways.
How many business cards did you pick up?
Plenty. They're still in my room, actually. They're tucked away in a drawer. It's kind of funny. All the boys kept them.
Anyway.
But,
450s.
Yes, 450s. to revert back to what we were talking about.
Yeah, Eli Tomac wins, and the sky's blue, and he ties Chad Reed, off-axis guy, with 44 career wins.
This guy's good.
I don't think he's winning the points.
He's winning the points.
This guy's
El Hombre is done. He had one too many run-ins with Malcolm, and he had that one bad race in Detroit. He's running good still, but he had too many slip-ups.
Did you guys watch that video I sent you of him where he won the championship in 18, was it? And then his 2019 season, he's like, I literally did everything I could to suck that year, so I didn't have the number 1 for next year.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he broke his arm.
Broke his arm that year. And he's like, that was like the best thing that could happen to me. Like
He was he said he was like very self-conscious about running the
he
number one
hates the
play.
spotlight. He hates
Yeah.
it. So
That's what I like about him. He's just very non,
He's
like he
not
just
like-
doesn't
not
want
like
to be in the
everybody
spotlight.
else. Yeah.
Their whole vibe, that whole Team Fried vibe is just cool. It's just a cool vibe and a very chill vibe. It's hard to hate Jason Anderson. There's some people that do. I don't know why.
I don't know how you could. Like he literally does nothing. Like he's just there. Like he's just a guy that's
he
happy
rides
to be
hard.
there.
He rides hard. He rides fast, and
Parties
he's
harder.
got cool. He does party pretty hard. Him and Tommy Tenders. Anyway, Team Fried for life.
Yep.
Supercross.
Still no idea. Sorry, guys. But at least you guys get to listen to those two talk about it.
Anyway. Okay, let's talk about something. Let's talk about something you do know.
Let's talk about something I do know. Let's touch on NASCAR real quick. Let's touch on NASCAR. I know, but we
little watermelon picker Gronk Spike.
Oh, Weston. Well, we have to talk about the Ross Chastain AJ Allmendinger incident, and to touch on it from my perspective of it, Allmendinger moved him, took the lead, and I think it was even in the commentary of like the actual race. He moved him, Chastain moved him back, moved him maybe a little bit harder than AJ moved him, but
All's fair.
But I mean, like
they got fenders, no one got hurt.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Just their feelings.
Well, but then Chastain comes out in his interview in Victory Lane, whatever. He said, okay, Allmendinger owes me one or something like that. So I wouldn't something like
that's
he
fine.
knows.
He's won the race.
He's well aware. He literally said that was for my first win. I would have done it to anybody else.
Yeah.
And he's like, and I fully expect one on the return.
And I mean, here's the thing. I see Chastain as being the guy that's like, if he does like dump him for like a win or something, he'd probably go over and shake the guy's hand and be like, okay, we're even now.
Yeah.
We're even.
It doesn't matter now. Well, it doesn't matter now because he's got a win and he's in the playoffs. So he can dump him like right up until Daytona in August or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Like just don't dump him. Like if with this situation with NASCAR, like the whole playoff system, it sucks. But like now, like Ross can get dumped like one weekend and it's like, okay, whatever. Like, it sucks that we probably tore up our car or ruined our day, but it's not going to affect us in the long run.
Yeah.
If he doesn't do it in the playoffs to him.
That's true.
Allmendinger.
I don't take it or AJ as that type of driver. I think he knows like, hey, like Ross has one coming back from me, but I don't think he would do it to where it's a meaningful race like that.
I could.
It was also spur of the moment. Anyone that's ever driven a race car and like been mad or something, like once they like get out of the car and like adrenaline like stops flowing, they can come to their senses like, okay, but I mean, whatever.
Owes me one, or I owe him one or whatever. But but here's the thing. I just hope that Allmendinger doesn't go out next week or this next race and just like no lift him going into one and just like find him no lift him going into one. I don't see it happening anyways.
I would love to see that, but
I don't see it being for 15th.
True. I think it'd be something more like, for a top 5.
You're leading it. We're coming out of 4 for the checkers. Like
here's the return to sender here. Yeah.
I want to see him fight in the garage, like at the beginning of practice.
Like real men.
Yeah, be a man.
Like real men. Yeah.
Drop the gloves.
Like NASCAR 2005 and 06 when they took those cutscenes.
The cutscenes were great.
They still have their gloves on.
The cutscenes were great, especially
their hands are like this big and their torsos are that big.
I'll tell you what's
everyone
funny.
Looks like they've been hit. They all look like Coke bottles.
Well, I'll tell you what's funny. It's always whenever you're doing like that like career mode or whatever, you have to start out in like the modified deals. And you always
have to race Ryan Newman and Dodge Viper.
Yeah.
In like New York City.
And
everybody thought he was so damn fast, but we all beat him.
And he calls you on the EA Sports phone, and Ace Moneymaker is your agent.
Ace Moneymaker is your agent.
Yeah, on the EA Sports phone.
On the EA Sports phone. Didn't have Apple back then. But
no, it was 2005.
Well, it was also Nextel. Well, it was soon to be the Nextel Cup.
Right.
It was Nextel by then.
Was it?
In Chase for the Cup, yeah.
Chase for the Cup.
That's right, because that was the title of the game was Chase
for the Cup.
Is that the same game where you like if you crashed out with one guy, you could switch to another guy like on the
no,
same
that was
team?
that was next year. Yeah, so that was the next
06.
year.
That was total team control.
Total team control.
Yeah.
That's it. That's what I'm thinking of. Is total team control.
Yeah, because in that game, Jimmy Johnson barrel rolls. And he had
At
to
the
be-
begin-
he had to,
At the beginning of the
he had to
game,
switch to Jeff Gordon.
Yes, at the beginning of the game, he like barrel rolls and flips or whatever, and then you have
Freaking
to,
Doc Hudson style.
well, and then
Yeah.
you hear in the radio Jimmy, who's probably concussed out the ass, is like,
Win it for the team.
"Win it for the team, Jeff," or something like that.
Yeah.
yeah, but
Yeah, I remember playing that game for the first time. I'm looking at the controller. I'm like, what the fuck am I supposed to do? And like, here comes a pack, just like blows by me again. I'm like, oh, sorry, Jeff, we lost.
Sorry, Jeff.
Yeah.
we're gone. Sorry.
the best team to have on that game was Roush, because he had like 5 cars at the time. So like the entire thing was filled up. So
yeah,
like
so
if
you
you
can
wanted
switch
to,
to anybody.
my favorite thing to do was like you would just like you would get a big lead like with the main car you picked, and then you just like start switching over the other cars, just go and try and run top 5 with all of them.
Oh, that's fun. I didn't do that.
Yeah, I was a shitty teammate.
And just start dumping everyone.
I would get the lead, and it's like, I think it would like suggest like, hey, like switch your teammate to like benefit the team, whatever. And it's like, the hell with that. I'm trying to win.
I'm
this
trying to
game.
win this deal, man.
I like whenever you would like flip down to it and you could say like work with me or like block with me, and they just like they would say no so many times, but you just kept on doing it just until they said yes, and then just not do it and then just keep going.
Have you ever got the one where it's like you do it to block and the guy literally just chops the
Yeah.
I was about to say that. Yeah, it just like takes out half the field.
You're like, whoa, bro, like, it ain't that serious.
It's for the team.
Yeah, but
That is true.
I'm gonna tell you what the best NASCAR game ever was NASCAR Thunder 2003.
Oh,
that was
hell
my
yeah.
game.
That was a game.
And
yeah.
let me tell you something. I was a child back in the day. Did
You
not.
still are.
Well, okay, whatever. But you know those fantasy courses where like they have the Daytona infield course and shit like that.
Oh yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
I would go into one coming off the straightaway going 200 and just smoke the pack, and just and then you race back to the line on cautions. So I'd smoke
That
the
is
pack,
right.
turn around, and then go and start in the lead the next lap. I was like, I think I was ahead of my time back then. Really, I think I knew
Hunter
something.
wonders why he's never been in a race car.
I couldn't be in a race car, dude. There's just no way. I lose my head.
Chess,
too
not
much.
checkers.
I lose my head too much. I think I would be banned from every dirt track or any track in the entire country.
I'm surprised you're not already.
Okay, well, I haven't fought anybody yet, so
Keyword.
so
Yet.
I mean,
Anyway,
there-
don't break a GoPro around this guy.
No, we will
So-
fight. We will fight.
How do we think the new NASCARs are gonna run at Richmond? Do we think it's gonna be a good show? I mean, it's
No.
kind of their first short track.
No.
No, no bueno.
I don't know.
No. I want to.
Sucked at
I'm more
Atlanta.
intrigued. I'm more intrigued at the Atlanta was kind of a.
I
was
know,
kind of
but
a
I'm just
wild
saying
card. That's
like,
different.
Yeah, it's true.
But I'm ready to see what these new cars do on dirt. I'm interested. I'm intrigued. I'm actually
We're
intrigued.
gonna get stuck.
On dirt?
Are you sure?
They've been stuck
Wait,
everywhere.
are they running Bristol again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know.
The
that.
Outlaws go to Bristol in like 2 weeks.
It was
Yeah.
2 weeks.
Where have you been?
What day is it?
Wednesday.
I don't know.
Exactly.
Yes.
all right, I didn't know that NASCAR was going back to Bristol on dirt though.
Yes.
That's cool.
I think the new cars will be better at just regular Bristol.
I think
Dirt
that
Dirt Bristol has run its course. I'm already over it.
they should probably just not put dirt back down on it. It was a cool gimmick for a little bit, and it was nice for the World of Outlaws 2002 game or whatever. So that was, but other than that, I mean,
Actually, no. I want to do it one more year. We're going to take Devin's Cobalt there, and we're gonna run.
run the Hornets.
Yeah,
There you
They
go.
already ran, big guy.
Dang it.
That's why I said
You-
next year.
Oh,
Oh,
okay. That's
Okay,
fine.
bet. All right, let's do it.
I'll fire up the welder.
I mean, there's 4 seats. We can fit all 3 of us in there.
We're getting Wayne to weld us a cage.
Oh, come on.
I don't trust you with a welder, Devin. I don't
Oh,
trust
no.
you with a golf club.
All right.
Speaking of golf,
Fair.
no, I'm just kidding. Not speaking
I
of
sucked.
golf.
Yeah. Well, no.
Okay, we
I
could touch on it a little bit.
Who,
I went,
who played golf this weekend? Because I did, and I was awful. Yeah.
or I think I was last weekend, but we never talked about it. But
Yeah. Well, I mean, we had an important interview last weekend.
that's true. But
That's
yeah,
true.
I
Anyway.
sucked, and it's I'm gonna blame.
I think
the
I
clubs.
I lost 3 balls on the first hole.
I didn't
And
lose a ball.
My first shot, we were playing at a crappy apartment complex course, and I think my opening tee shot, I hooked it right, and it probably hit someone's car.
It's nice. Just like at
Dude.
the Knoxville tournament.
So
It was better than the Knoxville tournament
Good deal.
because I actually like got it in the air. The Knoxville tournament, I just like whiffed.
so
Anyway.
Hunter, you know at Jinx hole
Hmm?
8 goes right down main like
Yeah,
parallel Main Street Jinx.
like for me as a lefty, it's the scariest thing ever. Yes.
So
I always forget you're a lefty.
I'm on hole 7 and my ball is in like my ball's on the fairway of 8. So I'm running out there to get it. Well, these guys are teeing off on 8. So I'm like, oh shit. So I run all the way across the fairway. I'm standing behind the tree. And so I waved to him like, yeah, like keep teeing off. Like, I'll just wait for you guys. This dude tees off, shanks it, and there's this beautiful white lifted F-150 going down the road. And you just hear boom. And I look and it bounced out of the bed and into the road. And I was like, holy shit, that dude just smoked
Nice.
that truck.
At least hit the bed.
Nice.
And the truck just kept going.
Well, yeah. What are you gonna do?
I
Get
I
out
don't
and
know.
fight the guy.
I don't think
I
that's
think
legal.
the
I
golf
think
course-
that I don't think
I
the
think
course
the
can do
course
anything.
would cover it though.
Would it?
'Cause
Dude, that would be my
their fault. There's no net.
Oh,
down
that's
there.
true.
That
would
I
be
didn't think
my-
about that.
it's my dream to get hit by a golf cart or by a golf ball
I was about
in
to
my
say,
truck.
just wait till the Knoxville tournament. I'll run you over the golf cart. I don't care.
Wow. Okay.
Damn.
So,
All right,
yeah,
moving
I mean,
on here.
Okay. Wow. Okay,
Anyways.
anyway, World of Outlaws.
World of Outlaws. Yeah. Big story here. Corey Day out in California. Wow.
Good man, Corey.
Good man, Corey.
Way to rip.
Way
Does
to
he
rip.
listen?
I don't know.
I don't
I'll
know.
tell him
He's
to.
one of your buddies.
Yeah, I'll tell him to. I'll tell him I'll tell him that he got a shout out on this week's podcast. So
Yeah, because holy shit, man.
yeah,
I mean,
dude, you looked sick.
I called it when he came onto the scene for midget week and he won, was it the second or third night of midget week? And I literally said to the boys, I'm like, he just put Bodine on the hot seat.
100%.
Which I mean,
did.
Bodine was already kind of on the hot seat, but you bring a kid that had been in a midget 3 times,
Yeah.
and then he wins in his like allegedly like 5th midget start with
Yeah,
USAC National.
I
I mean,
mean,
that's
And not to mention he made the Chili Bowl A main
Yeah.
on his first year, on his first go at it.
he was the Chili Bowl rookie, of the year, I'm pretty sure.
Mhm. Yeah.
And then he goes out and damn near the youngest World of Outlaw winner. So
Yeah,
I mean,
he's.
strong
I
on Dr.
mean,
Pepper.
but I just know that he's more focused on wing racing. So I don't see, at least when I talked to him at Chili Bowl, he was thought about running the midget, but he really wanted to just go wing racing, and I don't blame him.
So is that him and Jason Myers? Is that going to be like a full year worth of?
no,
like,
yeah,
West-
they're all
West
they're
Coast?
they're running.
I would assume they're running all like the big 410 stuff in California.
Yeah, they are. Like trophy, like they ran Trophy Cup or
Trophy Cup's
Cup.
360.
Oh, is it? I thought it
Yeah.
was 410. Oh, well,
I think it's
360.
both, isn't it?
It's 360.
why'd you look at that?
If I'm wrong, yell at me in the comments.
Okay, whatever.
I'm
If
pretty
someone
sure
does,
you're
if someone
wrong.
does comment on these damn videos,
We'll figure it out.
come on, audience.
And then I think.
Come on, let's
What's
thunder up.
Come on, guys.
Thunder
What's the
up.
spirit around here. Come on.
And then gold cup at Chico. Or Silver
Yeah,
Dollar.
Gold Cup is an outlaw race, so that's
That's a
that's
360
410.
show.
That's 360 show.
That's on Wednesday. You goofball. I'm sorry.
But what's the 410 series out there?
The King of
Narc.
West.
Is it the King of the West?
Yeah.
Is it not NARC?
No, it's the KWS King of West series.
I'm assuming that's what he's running, but we're all over the place tonight, guys. I'm not gonna lie. I mean,
If there's a 410 race in California,
He's
there's
probably going to
Corey
be
Day
there.
is probably going to be there.
and he's probably
probably
going
gonna
to
be
run up
fast.
front. Yeah.
Yeah, there you
So
go.
shout out
That's-
Corey
we'll-
Day for
We'll leave it at
putting it
that.
on him.
I
But
kind of feel bad because I was dogging on his car owner a couple episodes ago, calling him a little chicken shit for not going to the scales. And ruining his whole nationals.
I like Jason
Weston,
Myers.
don't
though.
act like you were surprised. You don't remember that story?
I don't remember what I did yesterday, Devin. Leave me
It
alone.
was when he took out Carey at
Yeah,
nationals.
he wheeled Carey in the heat race, and Carey was
Oh,
seated,
yeah,
like
yeah.
right next to the scales, and he forgot to go.
Yeah, I like
Yeah.
Jason Myers though. Honestly.
Hot foot is a sick nickname. So
Yeah.
the hot foot, man.
But
He was like the last champion, and then Donnie took over. Or no, I think he broke.
he was the guy that was like really challenging Donnie because he won 2 in a row,
And then
Donnie decided to become God.
yeah, he became the Don Father.
Yes.
But regardless of all that, Gio dominating again out there. He's been dominant on that West Coast swing, or he was dominant on that West Coast swing.
Poor
I think
Spencer
I saw
Bayston.
I saw he got 2 first, a second, another first, and then like a fifth.
Yeah, he's like fifth in the outlaw points right now. He's not even running the full series. After 2 DNFs in the first 2 races at Volusia.
So
Get him on the tour.
So me and Wayne are pretty big Kerry Matson fans, and he was like, God damn, Kerry looked like shit in that 83 junior car. I don't think it's worth a fuck, yada, yada, yada. And I'm like, I mean, they don't run like full, like big dog shows. Like, and like, I'm pretty sure they have a Speedway Toyota in that deal. And
that's like the development car too.
Yeah, I was looking at the outlaw points. I don't know why in the hell I saw this, but he was like 30 points behind Noah Gass, which I'm not dogging Noah.
No.
Noah's one of my boys.
No, we like Noah.
I'm pretty good friends with Noah, so I just thought it was funny that Kerry ran half of the races and was like 30 points behind him.
Obviously he didn't look too bad in that car.
No, which like tip of the cap to Noah. I mean, he's living out
all of our dreams.
Everybody's dream, running the outlaw tour.
Yeah, shout out to him and Cody. I'm good family friends with his crew chief Cody Cordell. We should get Noah on. Just someone that runs the outlaw tour. That'd be cool. Get him on.
You need to put a camera. You need to put a camera on him on Friday.
I have thought I'm going to if I can get there. We'll put it that way. I'm trying to get to
him that I told you to tell him to let you do it or something.
Well, I mean, I'll just ask Cody, but I mean, I know Noah pretty well. I don't like know him like super well, but
he's a goofy kid.
He's a goofy kid, but I like him. It's not bad. But I'll tell him Dev Simmons told, hey, let me run this camera. You'll be on the YouTube channel, and then we'll get you on the podcast.
On the YouTubes. Anyway.
On the YouTubes. And then Paris Gravel, he showed back up.
Holy shit. How about that
slider
between him and Macedo?
The top off of 4 was freaking gnarly.
Yeah. The whole, just the top all the way around was, oh my God, man.
I love Paris, but it's so weird seeing wing cars run there.
Yeah, you're used to seeing non-wing cars, midgets there.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
they need to Turkey Night needs to go back to Paris. I'll say it right now.
Please. Yes.
Please.
Why did it leave
do
Paris?
Something smart. Because it's a big track and people
it's a half mile. Well, dude, did you hear that the Outlaws considered Paris a 3/8?
Really?
Yes. I don't know where in the hell they measured it around, but they said that Paris is like, I think it said like a small to like mid-sized 3/8.
Interesting.
What has it been normally, or like what did they?
A half mile. I'm pretty sure they considered a half.
Interesting.
And they haven't changed the track config or anything like that.
That's a cowboy. That's a cowboy up track though. I like that track. That's the first
time
I
like Paris.
It'd be a second race. I think it was Paris I went to when I was out there.
You need to watch the Turkey Night highlights from whenever Tanner Thorson won.
I did watch that.
Yeah, dude, that
he throws a slider from the fucking flag.
He threw a slider from Arizona, basically.
That's fine. That's okay because it stuck and
he won, and Christopher Bell flipped.
Yes, it was great. It was a fantastic time.
My favorite.
What'd you guys?
Not a seatbelt fan.
What'd you guys think of Otto? I mean, 4-hour delay because of wind. First of all,
that's not the first time that's happened.
Yeah,
It happened where else?
State Fair Speedway.
Really?
Yes, that it was notorious. So so story time. So we were at the Hall of Fame over by the Trossel Garage where like they signed all the autographs and stuff,
Mm.
And Jeff Swindell told us a story like it was so windy at State Fair Speedway one night that they were aiming for the turn one guardrail and the wind gusts would just they wouldn't even turn. The wind would just wing them over, and then that's how they would turn.
Didn't even.
So they were just aiming. Yeah, so they were just aiming for the turn one guardrail, and they would have the wind just to take it, and then like that's how they would set it for the corner.
Just lay it on the left side.
Yes,
Nice.
That's real man stuff.
That's real man.
Because Oklahoma City was a big half mile back then.
Yeah, I remember State Fair Speedway.
Gosh, dang
Not
it.
very
I
well.
don't know what I
but
just did. I think I just broke the pin.
That's okay.
Did
But-
you? I think so. I think something similar like that happened. 97 Kings Royal when Johnny Herrera
Something-
won.
Something it had to
did
be
it get
something.
winded out or like wind
No, it
delayed?
didn't wind out. He was going through the corner, and in the center of the left sideboard, it got bent, and it was like bent out. And apparently, if you ask him, the car was a handling piece of shit until that happened, and he literally just drove
by everybody.
Yeah,
That's crazy. It just shows you how much aero like how much those like cars rely on aero. Or those wings. And different stuff that they can do. It's
on a big track.
Well, yeah, on a big track. Like
Yeah.
obviously Eldor is half mile, but
well, going back to the Bristol discussion, I mean, did you see how many extra wing gussets and stuff like that they had on the wings?
Yeah, it was tearing off sideboards and tearing off like decals and shit.
So when they went like the first time, like my dad said, it would be like you couldn't go almost one heat race without seeing somebody's sideboard just ripped clean off.
Back in 2002?
Yeah.
Was he there?
And I mean, nah, I doubt it.
Oh.
But I mean, it was televised on
That's right.
TNN.
TNN, the Nashville network.
Yeah.
Then it became Spike TV, and now it's just the Paramount Channel.
That's a pair.
TV.
But so like they were ripping off sideboards left and right. And then so now I think they run typically 3 to 4 on the left side, and they had like 5 or 6. I mean, they were ready. So
I mean, it was to be expected. Like we were, to be completely honest though, with last year's Bristol, I really thought there was going to be a lot more people that like flipped bad because they were going so fast. But it was actually not terrible racing.
I would assume that, like, whenever they had like the drivers meeting, everyone was like, "Hey, like, this is Bristol. Let's
figure it
be
out.
smart. Yeah, like, don't like run hard, but like, don't get yourselves in don't get in a dumb situation."
Yeah,
And that's probably what the mantra is going to be this year too.
I don't think you really need to even address it like that. I mean,
I think it's just
drivers know mentally going in, like the speeds are going and somebody could seriously get injured. So they give themselves like that extra cushion and they respect each driver knowing like what can be the outcome if one thing goes wrong. So,
right.
You know, you see, I mean, like, I think there was still close quarter racing where we were basically wheel to wheel, but they knew like, hey, if I mess this up for not just me, like I'm taking this guy with me and we might be hauled out if you're in an ambulance. So it's
right.
I mean, you know in the back of your mind what can happen, but you don't think about it in the time frame while you're on the track. So
right.
Well, I mean, it's just a good thing no one was hurt, and now they're back again this year. So
let's make it. Let's make it 2 for 2, guys.
Yes.
Yeah, because I mean, I think we're just one bad accident away from just ending the whole dirt at Bristol deal.
Yeah, 100%.
As much as probably as boring as it was of a race, I still respect it. And I still think it was a really cool deal to be able to watch it. You know, because I mean, I was a little kid when they did it the first time, so it's really, really cool that they're going back. But I definitely would like to see it continue.
The coolest part about that whole thing was the it was like Sunday morning or something, because then it rained out on like the Saturday.
It rained Saturday.
But the coolest part was when the Sunday show that was supposed to be the Saturday show, they did the driver intros and it had the World of Outlaw 2002.
yeah,
that was
the
pretty.
graphics
That was
and
pretty
stuff. Yeah,
damn
that was
cool.
cool.
That was
I hope
pretty
they do
damn
that
cool.
again. That'd
I
be
hope
cool.
so too, because it was just kind of some nostalgia trip.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
But and also to note, Bristol will have fans this year at least, since they didn't last year. Actually,
It'll be packed.
or yeah,
Yeah,
it'll be
it
packed.
won't. They had fans
So-
last year, but it
Well,
was
okay,
COVID
but
restricted still.
Yeah, it was.
It was
still
yeah,
restricted.
that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
So they were going so fast in 2002 that they blocked off the first 20 or 10 to 20 rows. Like they tarped them off, like you can't sit here. So I wonder if they're going to do that again, where they say like the first row you could sit in is like 11 or
So
whatever.
why though? Like
Just in case something happened,
oh,
like
okay, fair
a
enough.
front wheel
yeah.
comes off,
True.
or some.
didn't
I
think
mean,
about that. Yeah.
some freak accident, which is really cool because like a track like that, they never seen anything like that before, but they knew going in like this is going to be bad fast, so we need to protect our fans and stuff like that.
That's a racetrack being proactive rather than reactive, because
There you
racing is very reactive instead of proactive, and I will continue to stand on that
And-
hill
and
until I'm proven wrong.
until
Yes.
until it becomes proactive instead of reactive. We're still going to continue to have.
Hey,
a
I mean,
lot of people
we
injured.
put a sprint car on a stick a couple of years ago. We're still going to that track
What? Oh yeah, that's true.
in South
I
Dakota.
forgot about that.
Was that where
Yep.
the guy? Is that where the guy looks like the
They
car from
literally
Knoxville?
left the car.
It was
on
the sprint car and a
pole.
stick. Yeah.
They left the car on the pole and said, "To hell with it. It's going to take too long to take down.
To get down.
It's
It's
out of the way."
funny enough.
Just leave it there.
Funny enough, that kid played hockey and is actually not too bad at hockey either.
Well, he should stick to hockey.
should-
I'm
Leave it
sorry.
to you to spin hockey back in this
Okay,
damn
well,
podcast,
I'm just
Hunter.
saying, like, I looked at the guy's Twitter and he went to the U.S. development camp, I think. So it's pretty good. So,
Well, if he ever sees this, stick to hockey, pal.
hey,
Wow.
I like you.
I mean, he made an outlaw show, so
Yeah,
he's doing
it's-
better than I am. But
Hey, stick to Amazon, pal. Driver of the month.
I'll tell you the funniest thing though about that specific like happening with the car flipping on.
Excuse me.
If I can, Rose, I'll send you the video clip right there. And you can put it there of the Weston. But yeah, it was funny. I saw a Twitter like quoted it, like quote tweeted it or something like that. And it was like because it was like a week after Knoxville or something like that, and it was like.
Mhm.
Oh, that's how I found my camper at the end of the night or something like that. It was like super
Yeah.
funny. So, but
Pretty much.
it was
Hey,
just,
you know what's even funnier?
what
Wayne built that sprint car
I
Of
think you
course he
told
did.
us that. I
at
think you
Knoxville.
told me
If
that.
you like, I'm pretty sure if you go like when you're walking up to it, you could see like on the down tube it says Twister chassis on it.
That's awesome.
Perfect. I'm gonna throw an egg at it.
That's fine. That thing's been up there.
Tee a golf ball up at it.
2001 probably.
If I can get a golf ball up there, that would be an accomplishment.
Someone get a 60-degree.
Yeah, I'll just get the driver out on the par 3.
Oh, good God.
Oh boy.
Okay, this has been madness. I think we need to end this.
I mean, yeah, we're
Oh.
definitely coming to the end here. But I because there's not really much else to cover. But it's actually been kind of nice just roll with everything. We didn't get to talk a whole lot last week because we left the interview, take care of that episode, which hope you guys liked, and it seemed like we got a lot of good feedback on it. And again, shout out to Greg and Tanner for everything they've done for us and everything they did. So,
If there's any new viewers, hello.
yes, if there's any new viewers, hello, by the way, just hi guys.
Sorry, we're idiots.
Sorry,
when
we're
we're not
very-
being when we're not being professional.
Yeah, that's Dev, that's Weston, I'm Hunter. You guys know us now. But regardless, guys, I think so. That Outlaws are at Lawton and Devil's Bowl, so we'll have that to cover.
Supercross at St. Louis.
Supercross at St.
Midgets
Louis.
kick off. Extreme midgets at Farmer
Yep,
City
they
with Power Eye
do.
National.
Yep.
I know you guys just want to jump the Power Eye National last weekend, but Seabell won at
Oh,
Port.
that's
and
right. I
then,
forgot about that.
And Buddy won at
Floyd
44.
double
Buddy
dipped at
swept at 44 and
44.
the sky's blue.
Yes.
So
Yeah,
Which-
so Keith Kuhn's car is looking dominant as always, but depending on who's behind the
Per
wheel.
usual.
but it
Yes.
is Power Eye National.
I mean, yeah, I'm just saying, like, you have Bell and Buddy who just dominated. So
It's just kind of ironic. Like you look at the front runners aside from Buddy and Cannon, but the front runners of Power Eye National are like the mid pack of USAC.
yeah, like
So-
Wiedemann and a couple of those
Weedman,
guys.
Crouch,
Taylor
Taylor Reimer.
Kaylee was up there, I think. Okay, I don't.
Yeah.
Kaylee doesn't run up there in USAC. I don't think. Not trying to like talk shit on anybody. We're just.
She starts. I mean,
She
I don't
does
know.
start
Like
up there. She times in pretty well, doesn't she?
oh, dude, she's a rocket in qualifying and stuff like that. Same with Taylor Reimer. Like same thing. She is
Yeah.
bad fast. Like can lay a hero lap down, but
Yeah, I mean, and they're only getting better. So
it
Give
just
them
sucks
time.
Yeah.
national like power or USAC. It's so hard. Like you set quick time. Now you got to start like 8th or 6th in your heat race, and I mean it is a
And you got to prove you're
tough-
fast. That's what's hard.
But then
Yeah.
even if you get your time back, they're still gonna invert 6 in the feature too. So you could time in
Well,
first, win your heat from 6, and then you start 6 in the feature again. Like that just I don't know. USAC's format's really weird.
I like it.
Dumb.
I like it.
I don't like it.
Whatever, Devin. Anyway.
So you want
Whatever.
so you want no. So you want to set quick time, have that guy start on the pole of the heat race, walk away, start on the pole of the feature, and do the same thing. No, I want to see some passing. And if you can go out and set like a burner of a lap, prove it with cars in front of you. And if you can't, hey, you're really not that fast. I mean, I know we're not trying to dog on the people that go out and set quick time all the time, but I grew up watching a guy at Knoxville week in and week out set quick time after quick time after quick time. Then you'd go out, watch him in his heat race, and he'd finish 7th in the heat race and then barely squeak in out of a B feature to make the 410 feature and then run about 19th in the 410A.
I mean, I guess it's all about setting a hero lap.
Congrats. You set 15 quick times this year. I mean, but when it really came down to it, you did absolutely nothing.
You did Norton.
You do nothing. But
Okay,
yeah, I mean,
it's off the rails.
we're off the rails, boys. But yeah, we'll pick it up next week. Hopefully, we'll get the episode out on time. We've had some chaotic weeks, so we appreciate you guys sticking around with us and hanging in there with us and watching the episodes. So for Dev, for Weston, and for me, and for our new editor Rose, take it easy, guys, and we'll see you next week.